Break every rule in the book to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is to break every rule in the book. This idiom is actually from 1284, and it means to behave in a completely unacceptable way, right? To not follow any of the rules or the normal conventions. What are the upsides of not following the rules? I like to think I'm a bit of a rule breaker, definitely a rule bender, not anything illegal or against the law, or I like to think not immoral, but or unethical. But I do like to stretch my comfort zone, stretch the limits of what has been conventionally considered possible, and break the rules. The rule book meaning the rules of how a particular industry or business has always done things. One of my most dreaded things to hear when I'm in a business or working in a business or working with business owners is, well, that's the way we've always done it. That's just the way it is. That's just the way I am. And the unwillingness to push against the way that things have always been done drives me a little bit haywire and just makes you want to break the rules a little bit more, because it's when we innovate and get creative and think outside the conventional wisdom in the box that we create something wonderful and amazing in the world. And that's what most of us want to do with our businesses. So today, this idiom or expression, because my first question is, do you consider yourself a rule follower or a rule breaker? I follow a lot of rules, but I break some too. I learned early on in my corporate career that, and I actually learned this from my dad, it's better to ask for forgiveness often than it is to ask for permission. Especially the bigger the company, the longer it takes and the more levels of decision makers you have to go through before anything ever gets done. And so oftentimes, and I usually only did this when I was darn tootin' sure of how the results were going to turn out, I would just do something and then ask for forgiveness after the fact. Never got fired or anything or reprimanded for doing something that pushed the envelope, because I always made darn sure it was going to turn out in a good way for the organization that I was doing it for. Did the same thing and do the same thing, continue to today in the businesses that I'm involved in, because nothing great happens if we stay complacent and we stay just doing the same old thing all the time. Love to know your experience with this particular idiom. Share in the comments below, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.